In this video I'm going to show you all you need to know about the Bella RX-N5D strings. Hi guys, I'm Tyler, thank you for tuning back into the channel once again. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this video and to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content exactly like this. So as I said in the introduction, in this video I'm going to be running you through my thoughts and opinions and experience with the Bella RX-N5D strings. In this video I'm going to go through the specs of the strings and give you my feel on how they are in comparison to other strings, give you a little bit of a demo of the tones soloed just so you can hear them as they are, and then also going to put them head to head, back to back comparisons of fingerstyle with different tone settings to see how those strings react as you change the tone, and the same with fingerstyle, and then just a little bit of slap style so you can hear how these strings work for that style as well. For those who watch my videos regularly will know that this is not my usual setup or usual location, but this is the new location, or will be for a lot of my videos. This is NAM Studios here, just outside Bath in the UK in the southwest of England, and I'm now living here and working here as an engineer and producer, and also playing session bass here as well. So get used to this awesome background with this amazing desk, and also have a little studio set up in my own place where I'm living here. So videos will be coming from those two places most likely, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if there's any thoughts you have on the setup, things I could improve, but this is a little bit of a tester run, as well as getting some more content back out to you guys, so I've had a week off. So Bella strings have a great reputation, particularly in the flat wound space. I use Bella flat wounds on my Warwick style bass, but haven't really previously used their round wound strings until now, and I've got to say I'm really impressed with these strings, the quality of the strings, and they're kind of everything you'd expect from Bella as a brand. So these are the nickel round wound strings from Bella, and these are also the heaviest gauge they do. So this is 130 on the bottom to 45 on the top, and that's a 65 and 85, 105 in the middle. Having previously been a Dunlop Super Bright user, these strings straight off the bat are nowhere near as bright as those. These strings have a very refined but big, punchy, warm bottom end, and the top end has enough edge that you're going to cut through, but it is by no means a bright string, and they don't feel like bright strings either. They feel kind of just really like that classic bass tone that most studio engineers are looking for, in my view. When it comes to the feel of these strings, they're definitely on the more tense side, but I actually really enjoy that and find that it really helps me get a nice controlled vibrato, particularly up in the top end of the neck. I would equate the tension to being something like Ernie Ball's range of round wound strings. So those are my thoughts on the feel and the sound. I'm going to let you hear them now. I'm going to give you a little bit of a sample of the B string and just hear the definition on that, and then give you an idea of some of that vibrato that I was talking about a moment ago. These strings have been on the bass for probably a month. I've done a couple of rehearsals and 3 or 4 sessions on these strings, but I've tried deliberately not to use them too much, so you're still getting an idea of how they feel. Relatively new, relatively fresh, but somewhat worn in. So I'd describe these as worn in, but still fresh. And then here's some of the vibrato from the top. And I'm just going to play a little riff and give you an idea of the kind of sound around the middle of the neck. So you've heard the tone of the string soloed. Now I'm just going to play back to back with fingerstyle, pick style, slap style, and some different tone combinations, so you can hear the effect of the tone control on these strings and how they work for a more muted tone as well as more bright tones. Let me know which your favourite tone is from the comparison, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this content, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. So now you've heard the strings back to back, head to head. Let me know which is your favourite tone in the comments below, and I will just run through who I think these strings are best suited to. I think these strings are an overall really solid choice for a number of players. I think they provide really what is a classic round wound tone, very balanced, not too much bright zingy treble that then disappears as you wear them in, and not too much massive bass or really gnarly mid-range, just a real nice overall tone, balance of the whole frequency spectrum. I've personally found my life's been a lot easier since using these strings, and I just really enjoy the sound of my bass a little bit more, particularly when here in the studio playing back the bass tone on tracks. It just straight away, the first session I did with these strings felt right, sat right. There wasn't too much treble getting in the way, there wasn't the gnarly mid-range and high mid sound that I find comes across a little bit with Dunlop Super Brights. They just really worked, sat really nicely and supported the track. So I'd really suggest that these strings are great for anyone who's playing in the rock genre, singer-songwriter, someone that's really backing, and as a session player doing a variety of things. I think it's hard to go wrong with these strings. They're not really specific to any genre, but they just sound like a classic bass tone. The place that I'd say these strings do lack a bit is in the slap department, but obviously these are in nickel strings, so they're going to be brighter, warmer, and have a slightly bigger low mid-range, which I think is definitely what comes across from these strings, and is the thing that I really love about nickel strings. To conclude, I recommend these are good strings for anyone who doesn't mind a slightly more tense string, but wants a string that's versatile for a number of styles and has a great low mid presence and warmth, as well as enough edge and definition up top to cut through a mix. But I would suggest that if you like really low tension strings, or you play a lot of slap style or styles of music where you need a really bright, aggressive sound, these probably aren't the strings for you. So those are my thoughts on the Bella RX-N5D strings. Let me know your thoughts on these strings in the comments, and let me know what strings you're using and what your favourite strings are at the minute. I always like checking out different strings and seeing what's around, so definitely put your favourites in the comments below, and I will get in there, have a chat with you, and consider trying some different strings and your recommendations as well. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to hit the like button and subscribe, and don't forget to head over to my Instagram, where I post around all the musical things that I do. That includes bass content, engineering, songwriting, a whole host of different things. but that's another place where I'm regularly posting things, and we'll be posting lots of stuff from here at NAMM. So head over there, follow me, and if you want to drop me a message there, you can do that too. A lot of you do that, and I really enjoy the conversations I have with you there. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you around soon.